Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Shamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is removing any and all dark, evil, low vibrational, satanic, and demonic energies, entities, and beings that have taken hold or that have started to take root in our building, in the building that we live in, right? In the living space, and in the building. And some of you who have been following me for a long time might remember I mentioned at some point that I did close a demon portal in the basement of my building shortly after I moved into it. And I also had something in my apartment that looked like a demon was vomiting down the wall, and I painted over it and did massive energy clearing, and then it was fine, right? So my apartment's okay, and generally the space has been okay, but there have been darker elements every so often trying to find their way in, or they were temporarily in, and then I did some ceremonies again and so on, right? But the noise situation is starting to become a bigger problem because the boundaries are not truly respected, and I'm trying to see how I can word this in a more neutral way that a lot of you can also relate to. And so basically dealing with people who, when you give them an inch, they take a mile, and then they take another mile and an even bigger mile, and so on, right? So it's like they keep pushing the boundaries further and further and further. And those are the same kind of energies that most of us, if not all of us, have been dealing with, right? When people who are under narcissistic, or as I often like to call them, devil type energies, just don't respect boundaries, right? It's basically, it all has to go according to what they want, even if to a certain extent they appear very cooperative, and in their mind they might even be, but from a more neutral perspective, there's a certain level of disrespect or disregard or just inconsideration, right? So what I have prepared here for us today is actually a result of the latest escalation that just actually happened today. So I didn't really get a chance to go to the dollar store and get more stuff, so I had to improvise a little bit with what I had. I did have the fire back in my car. So this is the crooked firewood from the last fire ceremony, where I had to at least make sure that the middle got burnt, and I was able to break it, but I didn't have time to wait until everything burnt down, so I brought it with me, and that's gonna go in the fire tonight to finish burning. Then I MacGyvered a little stick figure that shall represent the devil. So the arms, the head, the legs, and here's a little piece of the tail, right? So yeah, this is completely improvised, but just to have something that represents those devil energies, right? And since the devil energies are also usually connected with vampiric energies of like taking and not really giving much, right? I have this stick that was already partially burned. So this looks very much like a stake that you would ram into a vampire, right? So energy vampires. So when we're dealing with takers, that also very much happens on an energetic level, where when you allow something, then you're basically giving permission to also be siphoned energetically. Now, it depends on the other person's intention, whether or not they're going to do that. And if they have no ill intentions, then nothing's going to happen, right? So when you're dealing with a normal person, then even if you kind of let them inside your boundaries and you give them, let's say, more personal information than you might have otherwise, but if they don't have ill intentions, then it's really not a big deal, right? So it really depends on the intentions. But here we're doing the whole thing, because I also found the straw on the way into the park, and the straw I equate with siphoning, right? Like sucking out energies. So the siphoning and then dealing with the vampiric energies. And today in one of the public washrooms, I felt such an urge to take this empty roll of toilet paper, you know, those commercial ones that are like super solid. And I knew that I would want to use it for a portal closing, and like it would have to be a more massive portal. And I had no idea that a few hours later I would need it. So since that's very rock solid, I'll see if I can actually cut it. I actually put the bush knife here because I suspect that I might have to just smash it. I am not sure if the scissors are going to be strong enough for that. So we'll see. The black rope, which is really a shoelace, I'm going to use to tie the devil. I mean, I can't tie the hands behind its back because I can't move the arms like with the wooden mannequins I usually use. But just symbolically, I'll tie it around, and then it'll go inside the black bag to represent being caught, being basically arrested and put in 4D jail. 4D jail meaning spiritual jail, astral jail, right? So again, keep in mind, this is all happening on an astral level, right? This is happening on an energetic level. Then I put a stick here to break any and all black magic, evil witchcraft, spells, curses, hexes, and other ill intentions that might have been sent our way. In case I can't break that because it seems a little fresh and moist. I don't know how fresh it is, but it's moist and it seems pretty stiff. So if I can't break it, there's a thinner one over there just as backup. I also have a walnut here that I might use if I can't break that, but I think it should be okay. And here's just a tiny bit from past ceremonies. It's like the notes from one ceremony and the wooden knife from one. And I did find a placeholder. Actually, it's more a doormat. Oh my gosh, I thought it was a placeholder. Now I'm looking closer. It's actually a doormat, which makes so much more sense. I found that in the park. So someone actually just dumped it in the park. And as much as I'm against just dumping stuff in a park rather than throwing it out, it sometimes serves me perfectly for ceremonies. So we shall no longer be treated as doormats, but we're taking our power back. And I found this beautiful piece of root that shall pull out all those dark energies by their root. And that shall go into the fire, of course. And the little birdhouse that I had in my fire bag shall represent our home, but like the entire building, right? So that shall then be protected. So I have salt here and I have sage over here, and I think that's it. I feel like I want to put some sage into the fire right before smudging, because I didn't bring any separate like sage for smudging, as I never do for fire ceremonies anyway, right? Because we have lots of smoke here. But I feel like burning the sage in there is basically giving us that sage smoke regardless of not having the actual sage leaves, right? So I mean, they're ground up, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so with that being said, I think I explained everything fairly well. Let me just put a few pieces more in the fire, just because it was going quite well and it's starting to die down a bit. I'm gonna feed it in a moment anyway with all the stuff that we're gonna put in, but just so that it stays nice while I'm still talking, right? So give me a moment here. Okay, that should be good enough for now. Maybe this too, and here. Okay, that should be good. All right, so let's start with the smudging. And of course, you at home can smudge properly with whatever you prefer, right? Sage, cedar, Palo Santo, or some people use incense, whatever you feel comfortable with. All right, let's get started. Please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed, and transmute it into pure divine essence and return it to the universe for reintegration. And let us be massively filled with this pure divine light, thanks to and coming from the spirit of fire. Let us just be completely filled and surrounded by that beautiful light, and help us and let us be fully reconnected to our own inner divinity, as well as that all around us, and through that help us be in oneness with all of creation. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. All right, let's call in our divine team. Dear divine higher power of the universe, our higher selves, and our entire divine spirit team of the light, including the 4 directions, the 4 elements, and our ancestors that are in the light, please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. All right. So let us take a moment to give thanks for all the blessings in our lives, or for one or a few of them. I want to give thanks for the extremely strong guidance. So first of all, I was pondering on how to continue dealing with the noise situation, and then the situation popped up today that kind of forced my hand in a way. So I want to give thanks for that, to actually move things forward and to, in a way, be the answer that, well, not just in a way, to be the answer that I needed to know how to proceed. And also, right after dealing with that immediately, the next order that I accepted brought me right down to the area where I do these fire ceremonies. It was really practically a stone throw away from it, right? Okay, I mean the proverbial stone throw, but it was really nearby, right? So I knew I had to stop my workday and just come down here and do the ceremony and not wait, not procrastinate, because then sometimes those dark energies can take hold more, right? So with that being said, thank you to our divine team, and without further talking, let us start by putting the logs from the last ceremony into continue and finish burning those crooked, dishonest energies that so many of us have been dealing with. And let us move on to the root of the problem. So by putting this root in the fire, let first of all darkness, all evil, all dark, evil, low vibrational, satanic, and demonic energies, entities, and beings be pulled out of our building, the building that we live in, out of our living situation, out of our entire surrounding, including all other things and situations that might have been affected by this. So for example, it could have been our job situation that might have been affected by it, or maybe relationships or anything else, or our mood, our energy being siphoned, right? So let all of that darkness be pulled out and also any darkness within us from unhealed trauma that allowed these energies into our lives, that attracted those energies to come into our lives so that we can heal them. Let all of that be put into the fire. Great Spirit of the fire, please burn that all fully and completely. Let us be healed from that. Let us be freed from it. And with that, any and all energy siphonings, let all vampiric energies that are taker energies, that take advantage, that take energies, that just take, be removed from us and our living situation, our building, and any and all other aspects that are affected by this situation. And first and foremost, let all those devil energies be removed. Hold on, I forgot to tie this one, but that's okay. I'm gonna just tie that one-handed. Doesn't have to be perfect, but here, that's good enough. That's tight. Hold on, let me stand on this. Okay. Here, that's tight. Okay, so that shall represent the tying of those devil energies. Let their hands be tied. Let them be unable to do anything anymore. And by being put in the black bag, let them be put in 4D jail, meaning that divine justice shall take place. And I ask for divine intervention, justice, and protection from these evil ones. Let them be unable to continue harming anything or anyone. Let them be unable to harm any person, people, places, or things connected to us and our lives now and forever. Whoops. See, it doesn't want to go. Throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime and moving forward. And that shall be applied physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, energetically, and karmically, and in any and all other aspects that we may not be aware of. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations. Woo! And let any and all black magic, evil witchcraft, spells, curses, hexes, and any and all other ill-intentioned thoughts, feelings, and projections sent our way now and forever be broken and removed from us and our lives, so that we can move forward freely and uninhibited. It's interesting, it actually split, the front split, which makes me think of a split tongue, like a forked tongue. So the dishonesty, the being fake friendly in your face, but speaking with a forked tongue. See how that split? So all that fake, dishonest, masked behavior shall now be removed from our lives now and forever, for all eternity. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations. Let me see if we're... Oh yeah, of course we need the salt. Where's the salt here? Whew. Whew. Whoa, check that out. And any and all... Oh yeah. Any and all portals and gateways that have allowed these energies to come in shall now be destroyed. Yes, I did it. Perfect. Okay, you can see it's open, and no longer a portal there. Okay. So any and all portals and gateways shall be removed and no longer allow these energies to come in. These dark energies shall no longer be permitted to come through. And let's put some sage in there. Whew. Oh yeah, I forgot that earlier. But that's okay. Sage is really, wow, did you see the flame going up there? So sage is really amazing for protection. Wow, I've never seen that before. Check that out. Whoa, that is amazing. Yep. Thank you, Great Spirit of the Sage, for just... Whoops, that wasn't quite in the fire. Okay, that's done. Oh, how many times was it? 5 or 6? I forgot to count. But yeah, it's all burnt up. You can see the last 2 didn't actually catch fire. So it's done. And we shall no longer be the doormat that allows people to walk all over us. And from now on, our home and our house, our building, the entire building where we live, the entire space where we live, shall now be fully and completely protected so that we can have peace and quiet, we can have harmony, we can have a loving, caring environment so that our soul can find the refuge that we sometimes don't have outside the home. So when we come home, we shall be able to have that oasis of peace that our soul needs. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. Whew, where's my rattle? Here. Spirit of fire, come to us. Help us with your magic. Help us with your magic. Help us with your magic. Spirit of fire, come to us. Burn away all evil. Burn away all evil. Burn away all evil. Spirit of fire, come to us. Let us be protected now. Let us be protected. Let us be protected now. Spirit of fire, come to us. Fill us with your love and light. Fill us with love and light. Fill us with your love and light. Spirit of fire, come to us. Bring us peace and harmony. Bring us peace and harmony. Bring us peace and harmony. Spirit of fire, come to us. Let us all be safe now. Let us all be safe. Let us all be safe now. Spirit of fire, come to us. Put a protective wall. Put a wall of fire up. Put a wall of fire. Put a wall of fire up. Let Spirit of fire come to us. Let the wall protect us. Let the wall protect us. Let the wall protect us. Spirit of fire, come to us. We thank you for this healing. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for this healing. Okay, and just to clarify, the wall of fire is proverbial and not literal. Nothing will actually burn in our homes, okay? Just in case anyone is taking that literal, no, it's not to be taken literal. It is really the spiritual and astral meaning of the fire of protection, right? So putting a protective shield, a protective wall around us to protect us and to burn away anything dark that wants to come through, that wants to come in. Okay? So just wanted to make sure that, you know, people don't worry and, you know, mistake that in any way. Okay, with that being said, this is actually it. Yeah, we don't need the walnut, we're good. Oh, and of course, just as a follow-up on the last ceremonies, just to burn the last, like the notes from one and the wooden knife from the other one. Or it might have been the same one, I don't remember now. Okay, that's it. All right, all done. Whew. Let us exhale any and all remaining dark energies that we may harbor within us, feelings of resentment, anger, or just unease that we need to let go of. Let us exhale them now. And let us breathe in that pure divine healing energy, that pure divine light. And let it fill our entire body. Let it spread from our lungs all the way into every part of our body and then surround us. Fill our aura, our energy field, and let us be completely surrounded by this bubble of pure divine healing light. And we're so massively safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. Now, if we take a look here, most of it has finished burning. This is part of the, oh, it's really hot. Whew. Can barely be close. But aside from this part, most other parts have already burned in the fire. Here, let me just get that in. Okay, so that's finishing in there. That one little bit of the wooden knife I'll get afterwards. I can't reach that now. But it's all burning, so we can actually wrap this up. All right, let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team for this healing, for this protection, actually more protection. And thank you for all the guidance and protection that we needed for this issue, and for all of us who needed help with removing dark energies, dark entities and beings and things happening in the building, so that our homes can now be peaceful and enjoyable. All right, thank you. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly and massively safe, shielded, and protected at all times with a massive 12D shield of pure divine essence, and seal our energy field. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, for being a part of this ceremony. Be safe, and I'm sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Oh, and before I forget, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel further, there's a PayPal link down below. Also, this coming Sunday on May the 17th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's a virtual group shamanic healing ceremony with candles representing the fire. So if you're interested in that, please head over to meetup.com and sign up under the group name Shamanic Fire Ceremonies. I would love to see you there, and if not, then hopefully we'll reconnect in one of the next videos. Until then, I'm sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Bye for now.